gente, bienvenidos a este que es el capítulo número 4. Número 4 ya. Y pues vamos a continuar con la campaña. Nos quedamos ayer en el campamento de los druidas. Activé un mod ayer cuando terminé de grabar. Que, bueno, ahorita van a ver. Una puta chuletilla de mod que nos va a hacer un poquito la vida más sencilla en nuestra run en Estrategamen. La verdad es que lo de los mods en PC, güey, es una puta locura, negro. Y pues no queda más que mostrarlos. Ahora que cargue esto. Ahí está, ¿vale? Para empezar, ahí está el primer mod que activé nuevamente. El de que oculta la barra de los estos y una vez que sombremos abajo vuelve a aparecer. También optimizamos lo que son la barra con más cuadritos para que pues tenga más espacio y se vea un poquito mejor. Y metimos un mod de lo que son las bolsas, en lugar de que sean solo 3. Es todo este cuadraje, ¿vale? Está bastante decente. Y bueno, se pueden dar cuenta que ya tenemos algunos ítems legendarios gracias a un mod que nos da los ítems legendarios. No están tan chetados, pero sí nos adelanta muchísimo el level, ¿vale? Y lo tenemos con Shadowheart también. Lo tenemos con Gale en la build del frío. Y lo tenemos con la colaboradora pesada, que es la de el set del atardecer infernal, man. Con su espada de plata de plano astral, que es la que tiene el general boss. Que pues bueno, ya no vamos a tener que hacer el bug o el truquito de que suelte el arma y todo el pedo. Lo vamos a hacer ahora que se quede con todo eso, ¿ok? Bueno, ¿qué vamos a hacer primero? Vamos a visitar y a reclutar al filo de las tormentas, pero no sin antes primero hablar con estos de aquí.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Sí, lo que tú digas. Bueno, vale, vamos a ponernos a hablar con los animales. Y vamos a hablar con las vacas.
Be gone. I am hungry.
Con este nos manda la mierda. Pero vamos a ver con este.
Another one. What are you under there then? Ant? Or rocks?
¿Qué estás diciendo?
The keepers of this place. They change their form to fit their need. They become birds to hunt on the wing, bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, only oxen, only same old hay, and I cannot even eat it, because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside.
Vale, cositas relucientes. Los tieflings han dejado algo entre la paja.
Hiding things. Thinking they're clever.
Easy!
Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Por el culo. Vale. Y aquí encontramos una bolsita, a la cual vamos a recoger muy bien. Y nos vamos a quedar con la bolsita también. Bien. Ahora vamos a hablar con este, el güey raro.
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Conocimiento arcano. Este güey tiene algo raro, pero ¿qué será? Un decente 20, papá. Va, venga.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Eres mucho más de lo que aparenta ser. ¿Podrías explicarme por qué?
No, you are incapable.
Persuasión. Venga, viejo. Vendería mi alma al diablo por un buen marruejo. Engaño. Vale. He oído que los cifres van a matar a todos vosotros. Pero no sé qué... Ok, persuasión. Venga. Uf, casi, casi.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this. Moo. Tick tock.
Funny.
Give it a good whack.
Vale, vamos a reclutar a este cabrón.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands.
Vale, hablamos con Will.
Can I have a smaller sword?
¿Puedo recuperar con los niños?
Right. Go for the heart. Next time the goblins come, I'll be ready.
Ok, nos van a dar una puta partida de culete.
This is boring. We should train against real goblins.
Vale, y ahora con Will.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
Lo mando a la verga.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Es un buen consejo, chaval. Harías bien en seguirlo.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned.
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Ajá, y compartimos parásitos.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Ok. De casa en los infiernos, peligroso territorio.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her fires burn common folk to ash.
Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Ok, pretendo curar esa infección. Sugiero que colaboremos. ¿Vale?
A worthy ally, perhaps. But I'll waste no time chasing devils while a tadpole feasts on our skulls.
I've seen your people in battle. I reckon you are no mere warrior, but a god's damned army. I'd be a fool to let you turn your back. Pledge me your talents, and I'll pledge you mine. I'll presume that's Githyanki for yes. Now let's move.
The famous Blade of Frontiers in the flesh. Clever, this hero act you've got going.
Hero, Blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
Genial. Y mira qué pedazo, güey. Tenemos 5 acompañantes. Vamos a subir a Will. Vale, ¿qué le vamos a poner a Willman? Y aquí le vamos a poner Esta. Descarga ahuyentadora para que los aviente. Y descarga agónica. Aquí ya tenemos el conjuro de nivel 2. Vamos a meter las nubes de dagas y vamos a meter el pacto del... Vamos a meter el pacto del filo. ¿Vale? Genial. Bien, ya tenemos a Will en el team. ¿Vale? Vamos a ver con este.
I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids. Spare a story or two.
Sé fuerte y cuida de los tuyos. En la confianza está la victoria. Motivamos a los niggas.
Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
Cojonudo. Bien, ahora vamos a hablar con este.
Remember, you have teeth and step. Harry, strike. Damn it! It's just not landing.
Una técnica interesante. ¿Tienes algún problema?
Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Pícaro, no es una justa. Haz una finta con la espada y luego propina al enemigo un patadón entre las piernas. Atletismo. Enseñarle cómo se estas un tajo para que vea lo que es moverse de forma fluida. Vale, vamos a hacer un F5 para no cagarla. ¡Oh, la verga! Justo, güey. No seas mamón.
Like this, you mean? Step, step, strike. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Una cosa más, no hace falta gritar a cada momento que vas a hacer. Le estropea la sorpresa al enemigo.
Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Y sigue entrenando. Con el tiempo te las apañarás bien contra los goblins.
Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Bien, nos marchamos y nos da... Creo que nos dio... Hacha de guerra, ahí está. Que vamos a añadir a la mercancía. Cojonudo, ven. Bien. Monto bene. Bien, vámonos por acá. Después vamos a lootear todo esto. Espera, tendría que hablar con este primero. Aguanta.
Damn goblins.
Hazte mirar eso.
Oh, I was just gonna let it fall off, stick it in my satchel. Ain't letting anyone here near me. They all sat and watched while Zevlor near got us killed.
Os dejó pasar, ¿no? Podría haber sido peor.
Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged them, the stupid bastard.
Vale, podemos comerciar con ella. Tiene 3 oros. Le vamos a quitar esto y vamos a negociar con... Eh, 42, 63, 80, 82 y 92. Ya tiene 95. Necesitamos otro de 3. Genial. Entonces dejaste a tu amigo en manos de los goblins.
These weren't no normal goblins. And Liam weren't no friend, alright? Just another raw recruit, thought he was in some storybook.
Vale. Vamos acá arriba a resolver un conflicto.
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
Vale, no te atrevas a poner la mano encima del niño. El niño obviamente se robó el S, pero queremos tener un poco de approval con los morritos. Así que vamos a darle.
You threatening me?
Persuasión. Tú eres quien está amenazando a un niño. Recupera la compostura. Uf, por un momento sentí la muerte, papá. Venga.
You don't understand. The kid stole my locket. He... Oh, the hell's with this? These little devils get away with everything because of coddling bastards like you. You'll get yours someday. I hope I get to see it.
Maybe you will, but personally, I doubt it. See you around.
Ok. El puto morro se va corriendo, valiéndole 13 hectáreas de pija. Vale, ahora sí, vamos a hablar con estos de acá. Este pendejo.
Thanks to you, that kid is my locket. My mum gave that to me on her deathbed. Get out of my face. Got nothing to say to you.
Ok, y ahora vamos a hablar con Aradin.
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot.
Lo único... Podrías probar a ser un poco más amable. Pero primero vamos a conversar con él. Tiene 10 oros. Ok. ¿Qué podemos venderle que valga 10 oros? A ver, un colgandajo. Y un platito de estos. Y... uno de estos. Vale, le quitamos todo. Le vamos a quitar la poción. Son 24. 18 y 6, 24. ¿Por qué? ¿Cuánto cuesta esto? A ver. 24. Tiene 7. Y un orito, venga. Listo. Podrías probar eso un poco más amable, hijo de puta.
Thanks, Mum. Now please do feck off.
Maravilloso. Empiezo a entender por qué te presentas aquí. Vete tú, te salvó el pellejo en esa puerta.
Yeah, you really saved the day. Swooping in and playing the hero. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here. And losing track of the bloody druid.
¿Quién es ese druida al que perdiste el rastro?
Alcin. He's a leader around these parts. Or was. We've got a contract to track down some relic. And he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
¿Puedo echar un vistazo al contrato?
Job's all yours.
Encuentra canción nocturna, dice.
There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
¿Tienes alguna idea de lo que es en realidad esa reliquia?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Gracias.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Ajá. Se busca aventureros para misión previa rentable. Lo rocan. Ok, vale. Bien, ya que conseguimos un poco de información, vamos a hablar con estos de aquí arriba.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate.
Cats, though? A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out.
Ok, negociar. Tiene 0 oros, no me importa. Lo siento, no quiero interrumpiros. Buena suerte a los dos. No me hagas caso, tan solo estoy de paso.
No bother. We're just daydreaming anyhow.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
Mi lugar favorito es la Sirena Ruborizada, un lugar un tanto hostil, pero tienen cerveza barata. Me refugiaré en el calor de la taberna de la canción élfica.
I think I've heard of that place. Something about a stuffed dragon's head in one of the dining rooms. It's settled, Dennis. You, me, and the Elf Song Tavern, first thing when we arrive. If we see you there, we'll get you a pint. For your finder's fee.
Perfecto. Vale, vámonos. Hay que entrar aquí. Vale, vamos a hablar con este señor, Seblos, o con esta chica.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
Seblos.
Have you spoken to Korga?
Quiero hablar de otra cosa.
What is it?
No tiene nada. ¿Por qué se fue Halsin con los aventureros?
Some artifact Aradin was hunting. I don't know any more than that, and I don't want to. This grove is poorer for losing Halsin, but I have my own people's concerns to look to.
Estoy buscando a un hombre llamado Zorru.
You'll find him in camp. What do you want with him?
He encontrado unas criaturas extrañas en proximidades y quiero saber más.
Right. He's been going on about something of the sort. You'll find him in the caves, but we won't stay here much longer. See that you don't distract him from his duties. Have you spoken to Korga? What is it?
Okay.
Have you spoken to Korga? Of course, you have your own business to attend to. But if the druids won't abandon this ritual of theirs, it will be trouble for all of us.
Bien, no importa. Ya después lootearemos esta parte de aquí. Lo que nos interesa es subir por acá. A ver, ¿cuál era? Creo que era este, el que daba luz. Aquí está, el arco. Vale, aquí tenemos unas cuantas cositas que recoger. Vale. Esto nos va a venir bien porque todo esto es dinerito y suplementos para el campamento.
Something good here.
Esto ya es robar y todo está celular abajo, no queremos cagarla. Vale, bien. Bien, vamos acá. Vamos a hablar con esta señora.
Used to think the goblins would kill us the second we set foot outside. But after hearing what you did at the gate, well, I still think they'll kill us. But at least we can put up a fight.
Con esa actitud ni de coña, lucha y gana.
There's optimism and then there's stupid, hun. Plenty of us fell to monsters already. I don't see the rest of us lasting long out there. But if you're so sure we will, why not put a little gold on the line?
Claro. Acepto la apuesta. Vamos a ver qué tiene para comerciar. Cocinar pura mierda. Ok. Claro, acepto la apuesta.
Excellent. And since I ain't one to leave a debt unpaid, that means we're destined to meet in Baldur's Gate. Looking forward to it.
Bueno, hija de puta. Vale.
So many ways to die.
Aquí que tenemos, nada. Vamos por aquí. Vale, si nos vamos por aquí vamos a avanzar hacia las afueras, pero yo quiero llegar allá. ¿Ok? ¿Y por qué quiero llegar allá? Porque allá está Karlach. Pero por aquí, a ver, aquí está. Mirad donde hay un cofre. Vale. Entonces, aquí vamos a aplicar la triquiñuela. Ahí sí, nos vamos a ir a hacer esto, a ir al campamento. Y aquí tenemos al señorito, ¿vale? Vamos a hablar con él. Hola.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
No quiero ser grosero, pero ¿qué exactamente? Antes estabas ordenando algo. ¿Qué hacías?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute.
La absoluta, nena.
Felled in its name.
Una nueva deidad, güey.
They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
¿Esos mercenarios se unirán a mí voluntariamente?
Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them.
¿Crees que me puedo fiar de estos sectarios?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Ok, impresionante. ¿Puedes ayudarnos de alguna otra manera?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish,
aquí está lo importante.
I will cleave soul to body once more.
Si se nos muere alguien y no tenemos pergaminos de resurrección, venimos con este güey, lo revivimos y se acabó. Y este es un puto NPC que nos va a hacer un parote para cuando acabemos el acto 1, empecemos el acto 2 y para el acto 3, que ya se ponen las cosas chungas, que no jodamos, man. Esa magia es increíble poderosa, increíblemente poderosa. ¿Cómo puedes emplear contra falsedad?
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
Has mencionado un coste, ¿cuál es?
A matter of coin.
Y esa es una atrocidad.
Such is life. Outrage leading to a singular end.
Ajá. ¿Y si no tengo tanto oro en este momento?
Then I shall wait here patiently until it is acquired.
Ok. Marcharte. Vale. Ahora vamos a hacer la siguiente. Vamos a resetear a Shadowheart. Y la vamos a hacer tanque healer, men. Única y exclusivamente tanque healer de buffer. ¿Vale?
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
¿Por qué me ayudas?
Be assured, it is not by choice.
Ok. No quiero ser grosero, pero ¿qué eres exactamente?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Centrarte en la energía divina que emana de su presencia. A la mierda, men. ¡La puta madre! ¡Qué buena onda, güey!
He has a divine aspect, yes. A reflection of death itself. Eternal and inescapable.
Todo ese poder, ¿eres el elegido de un dios?
I shall answer no further questions in that regard.
Ok, vamos a hablar y ahora sí.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Puedes llevarme a cambiar de
As
clase.
thou desire.
Por 100 horitos. Y nos vamos a hacer clérigo, obviamente. Obviamente. Y nos vamos a poner piedad con los moribundos. Vale. Dominio de la vida. Tiene dominio de conocimiento. Dominio de la luz. Dominio de la tempestad. Dominio de la guerra. Dominio de la naturaleza. Y tenemos dominio de la vida, que es el que nos importa. ¿Vale? Y dado que es un clérigo, pues sí, claramente necesita más, yo creo que vida por ser tanque. Confirmamos, ¿vale? Y ahora vamos a subir de nivel a Shadowheart. Preparar los conjuros, detectar magia, ceremonia, no. Vamos a meter orden imperiosa, perdición. Sí, vamos a hacer eso. Conjuros de nivel 2, papá. Y vamos a meter plegaria de curación. Vamos a quitar y vamos a meter el arma espiritual, ¿vale? Digis. Vale, ahora vamos a ir a hablar con los compas un ratito.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
Hablamos con Will.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Supongo que no te has topado con ningún senador experto en tus viajes.
I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads.
From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. We should pay her a visit.
Ok, me he fijado en tu ojo de piedra. ¿Lo perdiste en una batalla?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Quiero hablar de otra cosa.
By all means.
Dime, Will, ¿cómo llegaste a ser el filo de las
My
fronteras?
father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
¿Qué acto puede ser más noble que salvar una vida? Debiste sentirte orgulloso.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
Me alegro de poner por fin cara al nombre.
And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
¿Cómo acabó el filo de las fronteras persiguiendo a diablos en los infiernos?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it. And she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
¿Cómo te las apañaste?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Prefiero hablar de otra cosa.
All right. Anything more we should discuss?
Marcharme. Ok, bueno, not bad. Y aquí tenemos a la Excel con la espada esta.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Ok, ¿seguro que un Kretch es la única forma de encontrar la cura?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Sathisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Ok, ese tipo de sabiduría es muy valiosa.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more, infinities upon infinities.
Ok, bastante interesante lo que dice ella. Vamos a hablar con Astarion.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
Te necesito, mi grupo. ¿Viajarás a nuestro lado?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Bien, ya tenemos a Astarion. Nuevamente. Vale, a Astarion lo vamos a poner con esto y las buenas vallas, y lo voy a poner a combate con los armas, ¿vale? Bien, Astarion. Ahora vamos a hablar con Shadowheart. Hola, Shadow.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
Ok, hablemos con ella. Quiero hablar sobre todo lo que nos pasó.
Fine. What's on your mind?
¿Cómo crees que lo estoy haciendo con respecto a tus expectativas?
I must admit, you've been a surprise, and not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me.
Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
Ok, bien, ya va avanzando bien la cosa. Vale, nos marchamos y ahora salimos del campamento. Y aparecemos todos aquí. ¡Mentira! Que vamos a aparecer todos aquí, güey. Ok, vámonos al campamento otra vez. Vamos a descansar. Y espero que descansando ya podamos hacer eso, ¿vale?
I'll give it a shot.
Vale, ¿qué tenemos por aquí, diga? En esta Shadow. Vamos con Astarion.
So, not a tentacle to be seen?
Espero que siga así.
Naturally. But I was thinking, what if it doesn't? Of course, first sign of change, and I'll have to stop that pretty little heart of yours. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer.
Preferiría no morir.
Well, now you're just being close-minded. There are some lovely ways to go. I've watched urchins freeze to death in the street. It looks peaceful, just like falling asleep.
Veneno, pues, al menos sería indoloro.
A fine choice. I can think of some nightshades that are deliciously fatal. If they're mixed well, you just close your eyes and drift away. And if they're not, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all a worst-case scenario, obviously.
Obviamente, pero no va a pasar. No puede pasar.
If the last day has taught me anything, it's that the impossible is more likely than you think. Now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better our chances of keeping this hypothetical.
¿Bien, Astarion?
Yes.
No. Vale, hablamos con la Esel.
Abominations grow inside us. Our bones should ache. Our mouths should bleed. Yet we thrive. It is madness. Keep your rest short. Time is not our ally.
Ok. A ver, Will, ¿qué tienes que decir?
Question for you. Have you ever heard a banshee's scream?
No puedo decir lo mismo.
For the best that you haven't. An agonizing wail. Loud enough to wake the dead and shrill enough to shatter a golden goblet. I thought it the most terrible noise in all 16 planes. But there's one even more fearsome than that.
Apuesto lo que sea que será el tono insinuante de Astarion. No mames. ¿Cuál?
The doubt in our minds crying out for attention. It's hopeless, it says. Stop resisting. Give up and give in. Doubt is the greatest villain we face. Greater than all the hell's devils. Greater than a murderous god. Most people don't find it so easy to conquer. It's a good thing for us that we aren't most people. Slay your doubt and nothing can stop you. Not a demon, not a dragon, and certainly not an illithid worm. I'm glad to see you're not one to give up.
Ok, bueno. Y aquí tenemos a dos Gale.
Be with you in a moment.
Buen truco.
Not a trick, my friend. Magic. Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of?
El puñetero renacuajo.
Spot on.
Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on?
Okay.
Day 4, excruciating pain as the skeleton and organs reform and reposition. Day 5, the host personality has disappeared. Fingers and toes and limbs elongate. I take it you get the picture?
Sí, pero ya que estás, termina la explicación,
Day
papá.
6, the flesh around the mouth splits to make way for tentacles. Day 7, a mind flayer is born.
Es una imagen muy gráfica y muy inquietante.
The storyteller's gift. My point is this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal.
¿Puedes explicar por qué no aparecen los síntomas?
That, alas, is where my knowledge fails me. A rogue might call it luck, a priest might call it fate. As for myself, I'm a pragmatic. I see the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Puto gay, güey. ¿Cómo dice las cosas, güey? Bueno, me mama. Vale, vamos a hablar con Shadowheart. A ver qué nos tiene que decir nuestro primer día de descanso.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant?
No lo sé, pero quizás Halsins lo sepa. Si es que lo encontramos. Puede que sea un cumplido. Quién sabe. A ver, aquí vamos a cargar porque no quiero cagarla.
Huh, adorable. But your timing is awful. Whatever the Mind Flayer's plans were, those dragons spoiled them.
Espera, voy a decir otra cosa. Quiero sacar el romance con Shadowheart porque no me desagrada Karlach, no me desagrada la Esel, los demás compañeros tampoco, pero Shadowheart como que siento que es la más complicada de sacar el romance. O puede que sí, es la más complicada. Veamos.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, anyway, the voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon.
Parece que tenía planes para nosotros.
Whatever they were, those plans were interrupted by the dragons. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. We have to find a healer. Well, I've said my piece. Get some rest. Something the matter?
No, a ver, veamos. ¿Cómo vamos con la aprobación? Ok, está en neutral. 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 Y neutral. Ok, vamos a dormir.
Seems simple enough.
Vale. Debemos hasta Arión irse del campamento, man. Ok. Vale, ahora tengo un plan. Si no aparecen abajo, entonces lo que vamos a hacer es lo siguiente. Voy a ir al TP. Efectivamente, ahí está. Bueno, voy a ir al TP corriendo. Entonces vamos a desenterrar esto ya que estamos aquí. Mira. Vamos. Bien. Ahora vamos a volver con Estaré. Y vamos a ir al mapa que está aquí.
You know about these parasites. Will we survive?
Only if my people extract them. The only other cure is the blade.
Okay. Wonderful.
One day I'll catch a break.
Ahí viene toda la patrulla, muy bien. Aquí hay una llave.
A key. Wonder what it opens.
Botella. Vale, y ahora sí, ya estamos aquí.
Maybe I need more pockets.
F5. Y vamos a ver a Karlach, papá. Ay.
One horn, the stink of Avernus.
Advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Eres la diableza que he estado persiguiendo, ¿verdad?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Para, Will, has visto lo mismo que yo.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Por los dioses, qué duro de morellera, Karlach no es una diableza y lo sabes.
Listen to sense now. Don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
Me llamo Mary Jane.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Enviémoslo de vuelta al lugar del que proceden.
Fuck yes. They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
Pero Shadowheart, ¿qué estás diciendo? Me parece un plan excelente.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Whew. I'm getting all het up. Let's make tracks.
Y ya tenemos.
I'm worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us.
My name is Lae'zel K'Choki, and my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
Ok, hablaremos con Will.
So, Will, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
Not so much a story as a pantomime. And I've played my part all too poorly.
¿Qué cuerno se supone que significa eso? Habla con claridad, Will.
Go on. We're listening.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming for your throat.
You're closer than you know. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll face my penance.
Ok, ¿debería preocuparme?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Perfecto, Hirijillo. Ahora vamos a hablar con cada uno. Hablaremos con Karlach.
What can I do you for?
¿Qué me puedes contar sobre la caída de la ciudad del Turel Averno?
It wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devils slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to. But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
Respecto, la verdad es que no esperaba terminar así. ¿Y tú?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the blade of frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Estaría en mitad de otra aventura y con suerte libre de cualquier tipo de renacuajo.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
Ok, ¿más?
What's the story?
¿Y cuál diría alguien con tanta experiencia como tú que es la mejor manera de matar a un diablo?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Karlach. Respecto a esos paladines a los que querías que nos enfrentáramos.
Yeah, let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils.
Dime cómo acabaste luchando la guerra de la sangre.
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
Ok, como tú digas, Karlach. Vale, ¿hablamos con Shadowheart?
Karlach and Will seem to have put their differences aside. I thought it was going to come to blows for a moment.
Ok, me parece bien, me parece bien. Hablaremos con Gale.
A devil and devil hunter standing shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy. Rather poetic, I think.
Ok, muy bien. Hablamos con Lae'zel.
Karlach's got the brawn of a warrior and the wiles of a survivor. Best of all, she speaks her mind plainly and fully. Show her due respect.
Claro que sí. A ver, Astarion.
I thought we were going to see some real sparks fly between Will and Karlach. It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun.
Este güey, no mames. Ok, vale. Vamos a personalizar a Karlach, papá. Y qué mejor que darle el puta espadón de los gigantes. ¿Dónde estás, güey? Mata gigantes de Baldurs, Karlach. Venga, hija, bien. Después, aquí le vamos a dar este de fuerza a Karlach, bien. Por consiguiente va la armadura. Le vamos a dar este de acción, Karlach. Y le vamos a dar el anillo este de que da +2 a todos los stats. Y le vamos a dar... no sé si esto se lo puede poner honestamente. Pero podríamos intentarlo. A ver, Karlach, ¿te lo puedes poner? Y esta madre. Entonces esto a la mercancía, esto a la mercancía. Se lo mandamos a Mary Jane. Y se lo puede poner Karlach. Sí, se lo puede poner. Ahora solo necesitamos conseguirle guantes y botas. Vale, estos son los guantes de Holy Gauntlets. Se los vamos a dar porque da 2 de fuerza. Y pues las únicas botas que quedan son estas. A ver, Karlach. Se los podemos poner sin problema. Y estos también. Sí, se los podemos poner, tiene 18, ¿vale? Entonces esto a la mercancía, esto a la mercancía y se lo mandamos a Mary Jane. Me falta un amuleto. Aunque de la armadura habría aquí unos que era Karlach. Creo que se lo vamos a mandar a ella, a ver. Oh, yes. Oh my god, yes. Ok, soltamos esto a la mercancía, se lo mandamos a Mary Jane. Y Carlita ya quedó, güey. Karlach ya quedó. Ahora vamos a subirla de nivel. A nivel 3. No problem. Y aquí nos dan el ataque este. Vale, y nos vamos a hacer Berserker, obviamente, man. Berserker, man. Lo que va a meter Karlach van a ser las hostias de puta madre, man. Qué chulada. Bien. Vamos a matar a estos cabrones y yo creo que ahí dejamos el video.
Let's have a look.
Solo los mataremos y después regresaremos, ¿ok? Vale, ya está guardándose. Y después vendremos a lootear y a recoger todo esto de aquí. Vale, let's go!
Please, no more. Leave us in peace and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
Detectar pensamientos, sondear su mente. Oh. Pero este requiere ritual y este no. Vale, vamos. Justo, men. Justo, Justo. ¿Vale?
The Archduchess will be delighted when we return with Karlach's head on a pike.
Hijo de perra, güey. No temes a Karlach. Quieres matarla por orden de Zariel.
I never was good at playing the coward. There is no beast here or in the hells I fear. Not with her ladyship's protection. Least of all this dog. You do well to reconsider your alliance with this animal. She destroys all she touches. Useful in the blood war. Frighteningly dangerous anywhere else. Rage all you want, Karlach. Burn with the might of the hells. Zariel will find you. She will bring you home in pieces. And your little friends will have to watch. Unless we feed you their eyeballs first.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back.
Bien, Karlach. Arráncale la puta cabeza. Bien, a ver. Vamos a violar a estos cabrones. Les vamos a deflorar el ojete, men. Venga. Vale. Marca el cazador, papá. A ver qué tal te con esto. Boom. Tienes 57 de vida el hijo de perra, güey. No, vámonos por acá. Bien. Puta madre, neta, no me puedo... ¿Puedo saltar aquí? Vale, vamos a meterle una risa de talcacha a esta. Puta que él me encanta cuando hace eso, güey. Bien, Lesel, venga. Boom. ¡Boom! No, es que chulada. Venga, ok, ahí está. Bien, Karlach. ¡Boom! A ver qué decías, hijo de puta, ¿qué qué? ¡Boom! Ok, bueno, le llego, pero le vamos a dar un ballestazo por el culo. Hijas de puta, tiene un chingo de vida, güey. Venga, güey. A ver. ¿En serio saltas esta puta mierda, güey? A ver, venga. 55% y don pelotas falla, güey. A ver. Ok, hija, venga. Vamos por acá. ¿Qué te parece? Es una de estas. ¡Boom! Vale, y lo dejamos por aquí. Y ahora en teoría tendría que venir la otra. Imagen múltiple, no hay pedo. Se va por el otro lado la pelotuda. Bien. Volvemos a meter. Es que me quita conjuros. Vale, no hay pedo. Bye. Otra conchuda, ¿dónde está? Está aquí. Ok.
It shall be done.
Swift and lethal. Consider me intrigued.
Vale, esperamos aquí. Vamos a quedarnos aquí exactamente igual. Y no, lo que es aquí. Vale, ahí viene su perdición esta pelotuda.
Time for some bloody work.
Saeta guía. Me encanta ese puto hechizo, mira. Mientras se está cagando de la puta risa, güey, le caemos por el culete, mira. ¡Boom!
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Tranquila, Karlach. Sariel no va a acercarse a ti. Nos encargaremos de eso.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Se le botó un puto tornillo a Karlach. ¡Vámonos, corran por su vida! Pero salgan de ahí, pelotudos. El pinche Karlach metiendo ballestas a lo cabrón, güey. A la mierda, está tirando toda la verga. Ya, se le acabó el pinche bardo, güey. Venga. No mames, qué chingón. Ok, hablemos con ella ahora.
I should speak up.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
Qué morbo.
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
Ok, como narices es posible que tengas un motor infernal por corazón.
High pain tolerance and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him.
Unos cuantos tieflings se han refugiado en una arboleda druídica por aquí cerca. Podemos ir a preguntar.
Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Bien, pues bueno, vamos a darle un precioso F5 y vamos a dejarle este video hasta acá. Ya reclutamos a Will, tenemos a Starion. Aquí no sé por qué pija está agachado Starion, pero bueno, ya tenemos a Big Mama Karlach. Y pues bueno, yo creo que para mañana vamos a continuar. Vamos a regresar a la arboleda de los druidas. Vamos a seguir hablando con todos los NPCs y vamos a hablar con Kaga, la hija de puta esta. Vamos a hacer algunas cositas ahí, a conocer un poco de gente y nos vamos a enfocar en la misión principal, ¿sale? Así que bueno, gente, nos vemos el día de mañana con otro video más, con la parte número 5 de esta gran campaña de Baldur's Gate, con aquí Mary Jane en modo explorador y con todos los compas en modo potente. Así que gente, cuídense mucho, no se olviden de darle like al video, de suscribirse, activar la campana de notificaciones para que cuando suba video les aparezca y puedan venir un ratito a verlo. Y pues bueno, no queda más que agradecerles todo su apoyo y todo el contenido que he estado subiendo es para ustedes. Así que bueno, gente, cuídense mucho, nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.